Hey everybody, Jeremiah Davis and Mark Morehouse with the Cedar Rapids Gazette back here again for 3 and Out. Let's get right into it, Mark. The first thing, everybody's talking about it, recruiting. Iowa lost another commitment today. That's 5, I think, for this class that have decommitted. Is the sky falling? What's happening right now in recruiting?
Well, in my mind, recruiting is invisible ink until February when it matters. Right now, it's fun, and it's fun to think what's going on. Right now, it's really not fun for you guys out there, Iowa fans. Gavin Holmes, a wide receiver from Texas, decommitted. Iowa is losing commits. That's number 5, ranging from Juan Harris, who we hardly knew Juan Harris, who committed 3 times to Iowa. That kind of shows how fickle everything is out there. Eno Benjamin, running back. It all kind of seems like it's stemming to, and Gavin Holmes specifically called this out today, the no-visit policy that Iowa carries.
No, nothing really new. I mean, we'll talk about it and review it when the season gets over and all that type of thing. But I think we're pretty set in what we're doing, how we're doing it. And
I've done this for 18 years. Iowa's had this no-visit policy for 18 years, and I do not ever remember it blowing up like this. I remember them losing 1 recruit because of this, and it was a marginal sort of linebacker guy who I think his only offers were Iowa, and he visited Wisconsin. He ended up going to Wisconsin because Iowa pulled its offer. So I don't ever remember it blowing up like this. And boy, oh boy, it's really blown up.
Is it a fair criticism to ask Kirk Ferentz not to recruit other players who are committed if he's asking his commitments not to look elsewhere? I mean, is that's the center of what the frustration is here? Is that fair?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's we only know one side of the story, and so yeah, I think it is fair for recruits to expect them to not recruit over top of them. But when you get in there, then how do you know how many they were recruiting? And so there's a lot of questions we don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, it's always seemed like there was exceptions. I mean, kids, if they got cold feet, they could visit, and Iowa would. There's nothing pulled. There have been things pulled this time, and we'll find out.
Well, and that's. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's hard when you're a college coach who can't talk about it. You know, and we're only hearing one side of the story. We're seeing tweets from these kids, but we don't know the whole truth, and we may never know the whole truth. But it's. Kirk Ferentz said today that recruiting rankings don't mean crap, and this stuff is an industry now, and it's the truth. It's just honestly we can't. Everything is quicksand, and there's nothing firm about it. And when that's the case, you know, how do you answer those questions, right?
Yeah, to me, what hurts, I think, we'll take a lot of. I mean, my Twitter feed's bleeding right now with the pain, and I get it because these are guys Iowa needs. I mean, Iowa needs speed. Needs speedy position players, speedy skill players, and these are the guys who are leaving. So there's some cognitive dissonance there that people are just going to have to deal with. I will find guys. I will be able to develop guys. And right now, I've tweeted it when Iowa played Michigan at wide receiver. Right now, if I'm Iowa, I go to a junior college championship game and I drive a helicopter over it and I drop scholarship offers out of the helicopter. Whoever catches them gets one. So they need a lot of help at wide receiver, and to me the optics of this are going to sting. This period going to sting. Will it go away? Well, we'll see next year.
Style of play was one other thing that was thrown out there as well.
Wide receiver, you know what you're getting into it. I mean, come on, who the hell are you kidding on that one? I mean,
we try to be straight up front about who we are, what we are, and how we do things. One thing, you can't promise too much other than opportunity. This is my 18th year here, okay? So I promise you, I'm not searching for my identity anymore, all that stuff. I've been through that. I think we know who we are, what we want to be, and we'll tweak things here and there, adjust with the times.
Iowa is not Texas Tech. Iowa is not Baylor. So I think a kid comes here, he knows that Iowa is not Baylor. Iowa is not Texas Tech. Iowa blocks and tackles and uses receivers. When they have good receivers, they use them well, I think.
Number 2, that was a long first one. Number 2, Tommy Armstrong practiced last night. Mike Riley said today on his teleconference that he thinks he'll play, but he's not really sure.
I mean, you have to plan for both, but I think we'd be fools if we didn't assume their starter's going to be in there and playing full throttle. And because that would be a bad surprise. If we thought he wasn't going to be and showed up. Guy holds about every record. He either holds it or is tied for every record that's meaningful over at Nebraska. He's had an unbelievable career. He's a tremendous player. So, but if he's not there, I mean, like they showed last week, they're a really good football team, and they'll find a way to balance that out.
What should Iowa expect? Like, how hard is that to prepare for 3 different guys?
I don't think it is at all. I think Iowa prepares for a spread quarterback, a quarterback who can run. Right. I think they have to. I think that there's so many now in the Big Ten that it really doesn't matter. I mean, Wisconsin guys, they don't run, but really that's about it. Clayton Thorson runs a little bit. Right. Mitch Leidner, the guy's Paul Bunyan, he runs a little bit. So I think that's kind of woven into what Iowa's defense prepares for every week. I think that they prepare for that. I think, just personally, I think Tommy Armstrong plays because it's last game in Iowa, and he did sit out last week, and so I think they probably thought they could get by Maryland without him. So I think he'll probably play, and maybe he'll be better than people think. But right now, this is the gamesmanship, and I kind of dig that part of the things. But
absolutely, I mean, when you're hearing terms like emergency quarterback in his press conference on Monday,
that's awesome.
It raises a red flag because he threw out Riker Fife, who played against Maryland, broke a bone in his left hand, and so he's going to be limited in that way. And then Zach Darlington, who's listed as a wide receiver, took snaps in practice last night at quarterback. So there's a whole lot of stuff getting thrown out there, and I'm with you. I love the uncertainty of it because what we see on Saturday is going to be, a lot of fun in that regard.
One thing we know for sure, they probably won't be going up and taking a clarinet player out of the band, throwing him back at quarterback. Probably not.
Right. Number 3.
Maybe a clarinet.
Maybe a clarinet.
Play quarterback.
Number 3, the difference between 7 and 8 wins is what? Is it just optics?
No, I think we're in the Iowa lobby right now, and there's trophy cases down there. When the Heroes Trophy one is empty right now, you can actually see the dust. So where the trophy settles around it. So this is a trophy game. This is a budding rivalry.
As far as I know it's a really tough game between the two. It means a lot because of the trophy, and and it's just two teams that goes at it for quite a long time now. So. I know they're going to come out, play their best, and we got to do the same.
It's one where, Iowa wins this game, then people remember it. I think this would stamp the season as, hey, they got Michigan, they got Nebraska. That's, that's acceptable.
They made chicken salad out of chicken you-know-what.
Chicken bleep.
I think. That's kind of how the end of this season has felt. We all thought things were basically hopeless after Penn State, and we had reason to believe that. They turned it around in whatever way you want to call it, and he was asked about, Kirk Ferentz was asked about the offense today and how it struggled, and he argued, and I think I kind of agree with him, that the offense did plenty enough against Michigan and Illinois to get the job done, especially in the run game.
Right,
so
run game.
Turning that stuff around is no small feat.
Here's where you guys are right now. This is a team in September, 9 weeks ago, lost to an FCS team at home. Granted, it was a great FCS team. This is kind of why we're all crazy. Lost to an FCS team, beat Michigan, number 3 Michigan. That's why we're all a little crazy. You guys, us guys, we're all a little crazy because this team is just not, you don't know what to expect. I mean, Friday it could cave in. Friday it could blow up and win by 25 or 3 touchdowns. So welcome to the unpredictability, the fun part. I mean, this is really the fun part for me, who the hell knows what's going to happen part of things. And I think this game fits right in that. A ranked team at home to finish. And so I think 8 wins here would be a lot more than just 8 wins, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
See, we're all crazy.
2:36 kick on ABC on Friday. Check out our work on thegazette.com as well as on Iowa on Facebook. Have a good one.